10,000 tick trap. Pandas. Pandas. Pandas, 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 pandas. Good morning, my pandas. Welcome to the stream. Good morning, guys. Welcome. Thanks for joining. Kavalenko. Gabriel, good morning. What do you offer for membership? I can't find anything about it. Basically, you get access to the pre-market show. And you get, panda emoticons, things like that. But the big one is you get access to the pre-market show. If you become a super panda, you get access to the pre-market show and you get access to the two-legged pullback Discord. Jane Stahl, pandas. Good morning, day trading. Good morning, Tanner. Good morning, Roberto. Good morning, JLV. Good morning, Diego. Good morning, David. Daramvir. Good morning. Zen, good morning. Aaron Korn, welcome. JLV. I'm done for the day. The day hasn't even started, but you're done. Congrats. We did have news at 9:15 technically, but I don't think it's gonna really move them. I think it was a dud. It was a dud. Alex, good morning. Rough Grunts, good morning. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Thanks for joining. Guess what, pandas? Guess what? I mean, is there anything more romantic than buying your significant other a Apex evaluation for 80% off? Is there anything more romantic than that? Apex does it again, and they're basically finding any excuse at this point to drop 80%, 80 and 80-80 now. Like, that has become the norm for them in their promos. And 80-80, ooh, it's too good. It's too good. In 80-80. What I mean by 80-80, 80 on the first month, 80 on the following months. And we're going to say 80-80 because sometimes it's not. I don't know. Richard Harris, good morning. NJ says, wine, chocolate flowers, and 80% off Apex evals. Honestly, what would you rather have? A box of chocolates or 10 evals, 80% off? I mean, that's a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer. Easy decision. Box of chocolates or 10 evals? What do you want? What would you rather have? Is there anything more romantic? I can't think of anything. Skewball says, are you a profitable trader with your strategy? You have to become a panda for that, but right now I am struggling with this eval, as you can see. And this eval has gone through couple hits because of the big one was there's a big mama trade that actually didn't work out during stream, which is unfortunate. And I took it with 10 contracts. I took way too many contracts with that. But it was an eval, so if you want to take your risks, that's where you take it. Aaron Korn. But I think the pandas know last year how much money I was able to withdraw from Apex, and it's pretty nice. What can I say? It's pretty nice to have something like Apex. And I'm telling you, man, before Apex, pain was real. The pain was real. I mean, if you blow your account, you lose all your money. That's it. Yeah, we can go over a little bit yesterday. I mean, how crazy was yesterday? Literally, Jerome Powell is like, I mean, when he speaketh, the market listens. The market heareth. It's literally Jerome Powell can say, rise, fall, rise, fall, rise. He can literally do whatever he wants. The market he controls the market with his very words. He is the creator, sustainer of the markets. It's like God, as he can make the tides rise and fall. Jerome Powell can raise the markets and make them fall. Wow. I mean, can you believe it? This is a wonky, it was wonky because not only is it a super strong move up, you get this super, out of nowhere, super strong move down. Super strong move down. You actually break the previous day's low with a big mama trade and you end up making your scalp. Double bottoms, and guess what? It ends up higher than it was originally. Insane. Actually, does it get to? Yeah, it goes higher than the original peak. How crazy is that? It was 3 reversals in one candle. 3 reversals in one candle. What do I mean by that? Daily chart. We're pushing down, right? We're on a downtrend or a down leg. It reverses up, breaks above the previous candle's high. It breaks below it on the same candle, and then it re-breaks it above. Triple reversal in one candle. Just how crazy is that, pandas? How crazy is that? That is just insane. And the problem is that even with these strong trends, it's very hard to find entries. When the trend is too strong, it's actually hard to find two-legged pullbacks because the trend is too strong. The market doesn't want 2 legs back. And even on a strong move up, where's your entries? You don't have any. And you can see easily with the 2-legged pullback that there's no second entries. Right, the second entries will be dark green numbers, and you can see quickly. This is why, I mean, you can see it. I can identify them without the indicator, but how much easier is it to see with the indicator that right here we had a second entry long? Right, that works out. Not necessarily close to a key area or one I would take, but that's your only second entry long in this entire series up. And then now we find a break beneath the 20 MA. Then you get another second entry long, and then you get a higher low second entry long. So maybe this trade as well. You get a second entry long here, fails, and then pushes up with a third entry long. Second entry long here works out for you. So you can see it's just, and this is not a good place to trade, right? You get all this chop. It's not necessarily good entry. So even though you had the super strong move up, the entries were just not there. The entries were not there, pandas. So it made it very difficult, and you're staring at it, you're like, darn, I wish I can get a piece of this uptrend, and then you get this huge move up without any entries, and it just makes you want to rip all your fur out, and you want to become, you're going to become this bald panda walking around being super embarrassed, and it's just, there's nothing you can do about it. That's what sucks. That's what sucks. So yesterday was just wonky, crazy. The amount of movement we saw yesterday. In one day, tick trap. It's insane. It's actually insane. Let me keep track of this channel down here, because we're getting several moves down. Pandas, how nice is it? 80% off right now on evals. Glenn Paul. You like my Jerome Powell impersonation? I sound just like him. When I see Jerome Powell, he kind of looks like a nice grandpa, though. He'd be like a nice grandpa. Maybe super boring, but I feel like... if you guys, did you guys, any of you guys watch the interview yesterday? Yes, BBM 80, 80% off.
10,000 tick trap.
Happy Valentine's Day. Buy your significant other a nice 80% off eval. They will love it. They will love it. And they'll be like, what? What? I love it. I love you. Let's get married. I mean, if you really want to impress a date, yeah, I cannot imagine anything more impressive than giving your date, 80% off evaluation for Apex. It's just incredible. I mean, how happy would you be if someone got that for you? Just treat others how you like to be treated. Got the second entry short. Does work out. I'm currently creating a triangle though. So much chop here. So much chop here. It's hard to find a direction at this point. We are struggling to get above the 20 MA, so that could give us hints. We may be pushing down further. Even though we have all this chop, notice the 20 MA is still acting as resistance, and we're getting a decent push down here now. A little too choppy for me, right? This price action, hard to enter short here. Also right at the market open. But Jerome Powell seemed pretty cordial in the interview. It seems like there were a lot of jokes. It seems like he was in a light mood somehow. I don't know. Jerome Powell's usually a pretty serious guy. But yesterday's interview, the interview, maybe the style, or maybe he's good friends with the interviewee, or interviewer, sorry, he's an interviewee. But he seemed pretty open, and he was answering questions pretty transparently. And the questions were not necessarily easy questions. They were good questions. Questions I actually thought it was a pretty interesting interview because it kind of gave you insight of how they run the Fed FOMC meetings, and how they make decisions. So Turtle Toes took the second to short. Congratulations. Getting your bamboo. At the end, even if I don't take the trade but you do, hey, and you scalp out, that brings a smile to my face. What can I say? Okay, we're getting some volatility here, right? We got an outside bar reversal. Still in this chop zone. Very confusing in my opinion. And it's hard to find a trade until we get out of this chop zone. In fact, it's almost worth taking a long here, thinking we're coming back into the chop zone. But the reason why I want to take a long here is because the 20 EMA is acting as resistance. So I'll feel more confident actually going short than long here. As in short if in this trading range. Trading range indicator doing its job.
10,000 tick trap.
Trap on 10,000 tick chart. Actually triggers with the outside bar reversal. Could get a push down. Significant push down. Who knows? Who knows? Nobody knows. Having a hard time to break above the previous major pivot high, right? To close above it. We have not yet done it yet, so other than this day, no follow through. And plus, top of this channel, we can find ourselves coming back to the 20 MA or back to the channel, and that will be completely reasonable price action, and technically we could still be in an uptrend. Crazy, man. It's just super choppy. You can just see with the price action right here that we might end up coming into a trading range. You don't need to see this here. You just need to see this here and get hints that we might turn into one. Good morning, guys. Welcome to the stream. If you're just joining, we do have an 80/80 off code. 80 off the first month, 80 off all the following months, lifetime of the eval. Happy Valentine's Day. I'm actually like thinking the next big bubble, and honestly, this is not financial advice, and this is super speculative, but I honestly think the next bubble could be an AI bubble, and I just don't know which company to invest in if there is one. I really do think the next bubble could be an AI bubble, but it's hard to know which companies to invest in. I mean, obviously Tesla could be one of them. Because if you don't know, I mean, Tesla's actually an AI company. I mean, that's probably why people are so drawn to Teslas, to be honest. But let me know in the chat if you can think of any good AI companies that profits off AI. I mean, honestly, you got the big tech companies. I mean, Facebook should get into that too. Meta should start going to AI. Forget that metaverse. The metaverse is just dump it. You gotta go back to, you gotta focus on AI. Yeah, Microsoft is a big one because I think they have a partnership with ChatGPT. Do they own it? I didn't know they owned it. Because isn't ChatGPT OpenAI? And doesn't Elon own OpenAI? I'm starting to think, man. Maybe I need to start learning some machine language. I thought OpenAI was owned by Elon. Could be wrong. Oh, Neuralink. All right. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to spread false information. I just remember OpenAI. There was like this big Dota tournament. If you guys know, it's called the International, and the winners were a team called what are they called? OG, and OpenAI basically just trained Dota bots, and they were able to not only beat the number one team, in Dota, but it was like it demolished them. They had no chance. Absolutely had no chance. Crazy. It's insane. I don't know if you guys even know what Dota is or whatever. It doesn't matter. Just know that it's a very highly, like, it's a game that requires a lot of thinking. It's like chess almost, but in the style of a game, and the amount of strategy required is insane. The amount of teamwork is insane. And then now you have OpenAI, who just absolutely demolished the number one team in the world. Kathy Wood, maybe that's a good one. Richard Harris says, I thought ChatGPT was just Elon with Neuralink attached to his forehead. What's your MMR? Oh man, I haven't played Dota in a long time. When I played, I forget what they're called. What are the levels? They changed the ranking. It's not. Is it even MMR anymore? It's like, I forget. What are they called? Herald. I believe I was ancient when I played. It's like Herald, Guardian, Crusader, Archon, Legend. I believe, ancient when I played. Yeah, I was ancient. But like borderline ancient. I just got ancient. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm done. Just rank up to ancient and then just stop. All right, we're making our way back up here. I think the 5-minute chart may want to fill the gap. Yeah, again, even on this way up, look how many overlapping bars there are. It's just like, I hate when price action looks like this. I really do. Really don't like it. It's very difficult to trade for me. That's scary. I just typed in who owns on Google and it finished the sentence with OpenAI. Is it listening to me or is everyone asking this question? Oh, OpenAI is a non-prof. I guess it makes sense. It's OpenAI. Organization was founded in San Francisco by Sam Altman, Reid Hoffman, Jessica Livingston, Elon Musk. So he was part of the ownership. That's what I thought. Because I remember he was talking about it. That's why I knew about it because... Oh, he resigned in 2018. I see. So he was an owner. He was a part owner. Got it. Okay. Wikipedia, thank you. I should have asked OpenAI, who owns you? I should just ask OpenAI. Why was I even Googling it? What is this? All right. Jeez. What to do here? What to do? What is happening here? Huh, pandas. Are we looking for a long trade here? Are we looking for a second entry long? Is the question. A, B, C. Look at this grind up. Hitting the 240 SMA, also hitting the previous day's close on the 2000 tick chart. 5-minute chart, there's still a gap here. And that gap filled quick on the 5-minute chart. That was yesterday, right when Jerome Powell spoke. Filled that gap very quickly. Yes, okay. 5-minute chart. Usually you can get a good handle on the market after the first 30 minutes. This is 10,000 tick chart. Huh. Spike channel on 10,000 tick. Huh. Breaking above here. Are we looking for a new high? I mean, it could be an overshoot leading to the undershoot, possible reversal here. Tough. The higher time frames, hard to tell what we're gonna do as well. Potential second entry long here. Darn. It's tough. Do I think we're in an uptrend now? It's a question. Could be a higher low, second entry long. I don't feel super confident in this grindy uptrend that's been super choppy all the way up. That does not give me much confidence here. What's going on though? Really trying to treat every trade I take as if it's the only trade I'll take in the day. Because it might really be. It's getting choppy again. Overlapping bars here. You got about 4 overlapping bars. But 20 EMAs, maybe I think as support here. I just don't know. I just don't know. Yeah, Andre B says, looks like a slow grind up day, but I guess I can't bet money on it. Exactly. That's why grinding days are the worst. Because even though there might be a clear direction, because it's grinding, it's very difficult to get in. No setups, and all the setups are all sus. So you're going to have to compromise on your rules for the sake of the fact that you believe it might just be a strong uptrend. Second entry long here. I mean, terrible signal bar, so it makes it easy to skip for me. But am I going to take the fail second entry long if it does trigger? I don't know about that. I really don't know about that. Jeez. What to do? What to do? This is so frustrating. The last couple days. Last couple months, to be honest. It's been so frustrating, the price action. Okay, decent push down. Maybe looking for a new low here after the break of this trend. Turtle Toes is thinking ahead. I like that so much. He says he's going to wait for the lower high after a failed second entry long. I mean, he's banking on a lot of price, like predictive price action, but hey, at least he has a plan. Right? He's thinking of the plan. He says if that triggers, this is like a 10 out of 10 trade I'll take, and it is what it is. He's not going to even take the failed second entry long. He wants to take the lower high after the failed second entry long. That is thinking ahead, truly. Turtle Toes. I don't care what anyone says, you have made progress. Now he's like, actually maybe it's a little too much. I'm going to just take the fail second entry long. Fair, fair. I mean, whatever. I mean, maybe the fail second entry long might fail and it might turn to a second entry long. Or sorry, a second entry short. Which would have been better then for you to have waited for your setup. If you can think of a better setup, I would say wait for that. But it's just difficult to trade. I mean, am I going to go long here? No, but it makes a scalp. It is a fails like entry long here. Good signal bar. Makes a scalp. Only problem is that you have this uptrend that you're kind of waiting for it to make a new high. But when you're up for trading this far below the 20 MA, you got 1, 2, 3, 4-point stop. It was enough to scalp out. Turtle Toes might get his lower high set up here. Huh. Lower high setup. Actually, Turtle Toe setup actually comes here to fruition. If it does trigger. Lower high coming after it fails like entry long. To me, I'm going to skip it because we've already had break a trend to new low. So am I looking for another low here? There's a question. A new low actually was created, amazingly. Okay, that trap fails. That's something you do not want to see. Right? You gotta imagine if you went short here, how do you feel if this reversal candle starts to happen? You don't feel good. You're very disappointed. Now you actually want to take the opposite of this trade, thinking there's a lot of trap traders here. So like I mentioned, we had the breaker trend new low, so I'm not looking for a short trade here. DJ Rocket Man, short now or die. Ouch. I mean, if you did the stop loss here, then you got hit. But I don't know how big your stop loss. Your stop loss may be way up here. You're thinking truly we're on a downtrend. So now we have a higher low setup here potentially. I mean that's a good signal bar to go short as well, but it's just not a setup. $20 EMA acting as resistance. You can see here the 20 EMA. This blue line. Higher low setup here. I'll take the fail second entry short if we get one. Thinking of the H4 setup now. Confirmed by the trap trade. The second entry short forming here. Coming off the 20 EMA as well. If you think you're still on a downtrend, this is the setup you can take. I will be skipping it though. Trading range indicator also telling us trading range. Higher low setup. Looking for fail second entry short in this area will be nice for me. I feel very comfortable taking that. The higher low scalps out. Darn, no entries. Oh, are we gonna get one here? It's teasing us. It's a little far away from 20 MA for my liking, but I like the context. If I can take a fail second entry short here. We need the second entry short to trigger. A, B, C, fail, and then push up higher. And you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green bars in a row now. Unfortunately, no setup for me. This is a higher low that ends up working out for you. And that's all the market was going to give us, that higher low. Bottom of the trading range, back to the top of the trading range currently. And unfortunately, it just went up without us. I was thinking of trying to go long, but did not get the setup that I wanted. Okay, bouncing off the top of the trading range, hits it to the tick, comes back down. Second entry short forming on the 5-minute chart. Second entry short already triggers on 10,000 tick chart. Creating a triangle of some sorts. 5-minute chart, you can see second entry short starting to form. A, B, C. Could be a nice push down. Could be a measure move down, in fact. Could make a measure move like this. That's a 5-minute chart. Oh man, am I just getting corny? But that was pretty nice, Andre. Lauren Turtle says, it's so cool that prices are visual insights represented by candles. Andre B says, until they turn into scandals. Alright, that's enough of that. Dad jokes. Plenty here. Dad jokes galore. DJ Rocket Man, I think you
10,000
need to
tick
calm
trap.
down a little bit. I'm gonna put you in timeout. You're saying some weird stuff. I'm sorry. It's just weird. I don't know what you're saying. Just calm down, man. Everyone, calm down. It's okay. It's okay. It's just an eval. Just hold on to your horses. I believe DJ Rocketman was the person who said he was gonna unsub yesterday. Thanks for joining. I mean, I guess you still want to join, but still want to sub. It hurts my feelings. But you need to just chill out. All right, we got this. We got this. Triangle forming here, and it's quite frustrating. You don't know which way it's gonna break, as the triangle's already gone in and out of the 20 MA multiple times. Higher time frames in and out of the 20 MA multiple times. 5-minute chart in and out of the 20 MA multiple times. It's hard to tell which way this triangle is going to break out of. Richard Harris thought he was a weirdo. You're normal. You're normal. Compared to DJ Rocket Man. I don't want to make fun of DJ Rocket Man. I don't know why he's saying the things he's saying, but it's a little strange. And if no one tells you it's a little strange, then hopefully, hopefully this could help you know that what you're saying is a little strange. A little self-awareness is nice. Self-awareness is key, pandas. What is going on here? All right, triangle time. Amazing opening session here, just grinding. And this is why I said I can't trust these moves up with all of this chop, even though it's going up. With all this chop, like maybe you're thinking maybe it's an always in long. It just needed to go long anytime. Perhaps this ended up going long and just kept going up forever. It's just like there's no way to really tell. And then now you see this and you're just kind of like, what is happening now? What is happening? So this made it confusing, right? I wasn't sure it was gonna go down or up. Ends up pushing down pretty strongly and then pushes up pretty strongly. So now we're like confused.
10,000
We do have a trap trade potential here, but this triangle, basically, you're going to hit your head on the top of the triangle here. Second entry short triggers. Failed trap on 10,000 tick chart. Failed reversal attempt, pushes down hard. 5-minute as well, second entry short. We could be looking for that new low now. Right after the first break of this trend here, we may look for that new low to break this low, pushing pretty strongly down. Tough to say, tough to say. Lower high setup. I'm sorry, pandas. I couldn't take any trades here because of the triangle. Triangle just made it very difficult to know which one we're going to break out. I like to have a strong trend. If you haven't noticed, I like to wait for a strong trend and just enter with that trend. I want to enter here, but look at this. This is not a strong trend. This is very tricky. I wanted to enter maybe on a downtrend here, but seeing that this is a break a trend new low, creating by the H4, I skipped this trap trade, skipped this trap trade as well. I feel like a new low wants to be created here. It makes sense to me. We want to break this. We want to get to this blue line and potentially break through it. I just would like the setup going towards it, but right now, no setup for me. It makes sense we want to make a new low here. Lower high. Lower, oh, might create a second entry. Might create a second entry short here. You also have this to worry about, right? A break a trend to new low. This could reverse up here and actually be a reversal trade. Which I may reverse my trade if it does happen, but darn. It really makes sense a new low be created here. Do I prioritize this low or do I prioritize this shorter term break a trend to new low? That will greatly affect my decision here. Second entry short possibly forming here. Terrible looking price actions, overlapping bars at the moment. It's not the best looking signal bar to take. The thing I'm worried about is break a trend to new low here. Okay, now I'm less enticed to go short. Unless it creates a micro double top here. Micro double top. Yeah. No, I'm definitely not gonna go short here now. This is why you wait for your setup. If we get a good signal bar here, maybe, but now we're above the 20 MA. It's tough. Could we fail breakdown, the triangle come back up? So many things to consider here. Jeez, it makes sense that we make a new low here, but the price action right now looks tricky. The price action in general is pretty dumb, pretty terrible. Second entry short does trigger here. Fortunately, the signal bar is too ugly. I'm gonna be skipping it because I was already kind of a little skeptical about it. Mainly because we have this breaker trend to new low already. So it might be a possible reversal spot. Also makes sense that we make a new low as well. It's making a tough decision to go long or short here. Darn. Yeah, I don't know. We're also hitting this trend line. Incredibly hard decision here. I'm not gonna, probably won't go long here either. That's a tough part. I mean, this scalp might work out still. Okay, trap about the trigger. This okay, so you get stopped out. You get stopped out there, but this is not necessarily a long I want to take either. It's crazy. This is too choppy. It's too confusing.
Five-minute trap.
It's a fail second entry short. Trap makes a perfect scalp. A perfect scalp all it makes. Jeez, this is confusing. Wow, boy. It's tough. I skip both those trades. And perfect scalp means, you know, you could potentially be trapped here still. No, I would not have scalped out. It's a perfect scalp. So technically, I may not have scalped out yet. This is a good sign though if you're a bull, if you're long, because you closed basically at break even. That's a good sign, but that's not an easy scalp. You actually were sweating here when you saw this because it's a perfect scalp. It goes to the tick of my scalp. So technically, I may not have been filled. All right, now you're feeling pretty good about the scalp if you're long. That was a little clue here that we closed a little higher than this high. That closed above this high. It's kind of a good sign for the bulls. There it is. Now you scalp out. So you eventually end up scalping out there. Man, that's just tough. That's rough. That's just rough. You eventually skip it because the signal bar is bad, but you have the trend line. You also have the 20 MA. 20 MA may be starting to curl up a little bit here. And you're looking for that new low. So it's just like you have this premise down here, but you cannot get married to that premise. You cannot get married when it comes to the market. You really can't. You have to be quite promiscuous when it comes to the market, to be honest. You gotta be quick to switch your premises. Don't be committed to any setup. Don't be committed to any targets either. Jeez. That's wild. That is truly wild. We were getting a nice push up here. Another reason why I didn't want to go short was because on the 10,000 tick chart, we started to have these wicks hitting this key area, which was the bottom of the trading range on the trading range indicator. And we kept making these wicks. We could not close beneath it. So for me, I felt like maybe these are failed breakdowns and actually pushing higher here. Higher low setup. Actually, it's not a higher low setup. It's a second entry long. Right. Two-legged pullback. Strong push up. Very strong push up. Almost makes me feel like we're in a bull trend now. We may be in a bull trend now. That new low was never created. Which is wild. You're really thinking the new low is going to be created. But the market says, nope, we're going to make a higher low double bottom this time. And there's nothing you can do about it. Now the question is, can we get an entry here? Maybe this trap was the trap I was supposed to take. I was just worried that we're gonna try to make a new low here on this bigger downtrend. which I think was a completely reasonable thing to think, and made me hesitant to go long at all. So, yeah, there is a little bit here where two attempts to make a new low, but doesn't actually do it. Could be a bull trend now. I really see the 5-minute chart. See if it ends strongly above the 20 MA here. Yeah, this was a trap trade. Skipped it though. Skipped it mainly because, again, we had to think of the bigger picture. The bigger picture here, and maybe potentially making the new low. Maybe that was a mistake. Hindsight bias obviously is 2020. If I saw this reversal happen after making a new low, then I would have taken it, but I still had some reason to go short there. I don't know, maybe I'm thinking too much. JS Viking says, Happy Wednesday from Nebraska. Thanks for the 8% sale info. I hope you enjoy it. Take advantage while it lasts. I mean, seriously, think about it. Just think about it. If you're on a date with a woman of your dreams and you want to give her a gift for Valentine's Day, what could be more romantic than an 80% off Apex evaluation? I mean, how could she say no? How could she say no? You'd win her heart in an instant. You open a box of chocolates, and instead of chocolates, it's just an Apex 80% off code. Michelle, my heart would be one for sure. That is romantic. I mean, people, don't realize how romantic I can be, and that's just proof. It's proof right there how romantic I could really be. Am I looking for a second entry long here, pandas, or are we going to keep playing this trading range? Trading range indicator here. Hitting the top, not really breaking above. Could be a lot of resistance here. Darn. Andre, babe, you shouldn't have. I can already imagine like a TikTok skit. Honestly, TikTok skits are so cringe. But it's like, it's like the couples TikToks. And by the way, I don't even have TikTok. That is one thing I like to boast about. I've never downloaded TikTok actually. And you might be like, Panda, don't you have a TikTok? I actually do have a TikTok, but I've never actually downloaded the app on my phone. I've gone onto the website, but never actually downloaded the app. And it's funny because of that, I can't actually change some stuff. Can't change info because there's some things you have to have the app for. And now it's hard to go long because now we're beneath the 20 MA. No follow through on that 5-minute chart. 5-minute push drum bull bar ending on its high, no follow through. So you're still thinking short, pandas. Now we may finally make that new low. Jeez, today's a day of the H4 L4 setup. H4 here, L4 here. Wow, man, I cannot catch any of these moves. This is a pretty classic trading range day. I mean, when you have price action that looks like this, it makes sense that we start to go in and out of this kind of price action. Right? This means that the market has found a nice equilibrium. The market said, okay, we found that this price is nice. That's why we keep buying, selling here, buying here, because we feel like there's a nice price here that we like. So now it makes sense when you have these bigger moves, you're kind of still going in and out of this chop, creating trading range. I mean, that's what happens to trading ranges, right? That's why it's hard to break out of trading ranges. It just means that the market has found the price it likes. No trades for me. I mean, I circled this one because I'm like, this is a decent trade to take. I skipped it because I had a premise that we were going to try and make a new low. So I decided to skip it, but I don't know. In the future, I'm thinking like, should I not even think about that new low next time? And just focus on the small, you know, the smaller time frame setups. I could do that. I could do that. This is when you have like maybe too much knowledge. You're thinking too much about it at this point. And it sucks because how many days have we seen streams like this where it just does this, and it's unfortunate that I mean, people are taking advantage of this. Don't get me wrong. Some people are making money off this market. I mean, there are a couple moves here that I can see. You know, maybe potentially, if you're aggressive, you'll take the trades. But darn, man, this is just. If you're cautious, this is difficult, in my opinion. Other than this trade, I think basically any other setup has not really been there. Also was thinking this trend line as well. Michael. I think Michael's confused. It's the only reason why the market looks like this. Lower high setup. Not one I would take, not near any resistances. Not even closer to 20 EMA. Hard to take that lower high. Maybe the lower high will be created now. 5-minute chart may still create the measure move. Something like this. This push down, this push down. Potentially could do that today still. This will seriously grow your patience. I kind of like it. If you enter the market now, I understand that if it's difficult, but in a sense, it's kind of nice because you're learning. Man, market really does require a lot of patience for your setup. You gotta wait a lot. A lot of times, just waiting. Feels like entry long potentially here. Sketchy. Getting choppy. Now we're getting overlapping bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 overlapping bars in a row. Feels like entry long here. You guys are being blessed by the chop right now. So blessed. Getting blessed. So it feels like entry long. That one I'll take. Too choppy. And it's very... it comes after a push-up. You know, just one push-up. It's not typically where I look for it. Plus, we're near the bottom of the trading range. Hard to go short at the bottom third of a trading range. With this price action, you can tell we're starting to go to limit order market. So going short here with a stop order may not be the best decision because people are selling with limit orders here, buying with limit orders down here. So you'll be selling right into the buying of the limit orders. A little tricky. In my mind, if I'm going to skip this trade, I'm going to skip this one. This is a even worse setup than here. It might work out for you. Actually, it looks like it might work out. It does eventually work out. Gives you your scalp. Strong push down, making that new low now. Hard to take that trade. Terrible looking setup. Darn. We end up finally making that new low. I thought we were going to make it here. We actually end up pushing higher, and then with like one super strong leg down, we're attempting to find that new low. Jeez. I mean, talk about a crazy market. Talk about a market that doesn't want to allow you to make money, right? You try to do it here, but now we make that new low here. Finally making that new low, which makes a lot of sense. I was waiting for this to happen. Just didn't think this huge leg would happen before this leg down. Still learning. Still learning. Still learning. I typically do like the setup. It's just so ugly, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bars of chop. Hard to take that trade. But this is the context. I love it, right? I love the fact that we're here and measure move potentially. 5-minute chart. Measure move target is at 4130-ish. Could start turning into a bear trend day. But also notice on the higher time frame we have to break a trend to new low now. So usually the new low is created by two legs, so we might have a kind of pullback, new leg. 240 SMA makes sense too. 240 SMA makes sense on the 5-minute. And we're just dripping. Just dripping, straight dripping. Like, it's hard for me to sell here. The bottom third of this trading range is just... It just doesn't make sense. The market is just too difficult. It's just one of those days where it's like, man, you find a setup, but when you look to the left of the chart, too much trading range price action. Difficult to know when it's actually going to break down like this. And it finally does, and you kind of miss it, and you go kind of say, oh, well, what can you do? You gotta, I mean, other than that, you have to take the risk. Just take the risk. What a strong push down. What an incredible push down right now. Straight dripping. Too much drip. there's this one commercial with Odell Beckham, and I forget the actor's name, but like a Latino actor, and he's driving, and Odell Beckham has so much jewelry that starts to blind the driver. Like he's driving, like the Latino actor's driving down like the street, and Odell Beckham has so much bling, it blinds him, and he goes, "Odell, too much drip," and he like crashes. Jenna Ortega. Jenna Ortega? No. It's a guy. No, Jenna Ortega. That's Wednesday. Right now, too much drip. Too much drip. Pretty much tilted at this point. I have no trades, no setups. I'm just seeing this move go without me. Been patiently waiting for something, and just does this. Cool. Very cool. Too much drip. Am I looking for a second entry short? Sure. Let's get a second entry short here, pandas, and watch me fail. Watch it fail. Do we have a clear direction now? What do we have here now? Ride or die. La 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 la. Oscar asks, is how good is Apex? Real good. Real good. Real good. Real good. What's going on? Give me a second entry. Give me a second entry so I can end the stream on a nice red day. Give me that second entry. It's gonna fail. It's gonna trap me, and let's just end nice red day today. Let's just do it. Come on. It's my dream. I want to end red today. Come on. Give me a second entry short here. Look how small that candle is. It's 1 point large. What is going on? Why is the market like this right now? That candle is 1 point. 2,000 ticks only goes in a range of 1 point. It's incredible. It's 4 ticks, that range. Jeez. Please, I just want to end red today. That's all I want. Come on. Let me end red. What is this? What is... this market is so frustrating right now. It's untradeable. Absolutely untradeable. It's actually so frustrating. Alright, second entry. Pandas. It's not going to be... I don't know if it's going to be pretty. We got a second entry. So strong. Such a strong push-up. I think you might want to retest this price point here. Breakdown, pullback to it. Alright, let's end red. Nice red day, please. Second entry short. After a super strong bull bar, man, that is... this is so ugly. But hey, I want to end red, so let's do this. Super small risk, actually. Creating a doji bar. Doji bar. Beautiful doji bar. Makes it super confusing. That's what I want. Whoa. Okay. Alright. Hey, bag. This is why you wait for your setup. Okay. I was just kidding. Okay. I didn't. I'm not, I tricked you. You thought I was going to go short there. I tricked you. I tricked you so bad. You guys are so dumb. What the heck? What kind of market is this? Am I looking for a trap trade? I'll take the trap. Fine. I'll go red taking the trap. Let's do it. It's a good signal bar to go short. Above the 20 MA though. And we do retest this level here, which was the low. Overnight low. Was it overnight low? Actually the low created right there. Oh. Alright, let's lose money here. Alright, let's lose money on this trap. That's exactly what I wanted. Am I looking for a short? Am I looking for a long trade here? I don't know. Am I looking for a long trade? Doesn't make sense to me. I can't go long here. I cannot go long. It does not make sense to me here to go long. Even if we made a new low, it still doesn't make sense for me to go long here. The main reason being is because you usually have two legs down when you break a new low. When you break trend, make a new low, you usually have two legs down. This is only one leg down. We need one more leg down here, in my opinion. It's hard for me to go long here, but the setup is beautiful. Like, if this was a nice reversal spot, this is one of the best setups you can really imagine. It's a beautiful setup to go long, coming after an L4 setup. It's actually a really good setup, and if this makes a point, yeah. It's actually a nice setup to go long. Darn. It's just I'm a little too hesitant, a little too conservative here. You want one more leg down on the higher time frames, and we have such a strong push down. This is hard for me just to go long right after that. But it is, you know, technically a new low on this really big time frame. So, yeah, what can you say? What can I do? What can you do? What can you do? What can you do? Fail trap here, potentially. It's above the 20 MA, so can't take it. But that's making you sweat now. The fact that that trap did not work out as you planned. You're a little disappointed. Okay, now it's working. Now it's looking good again. You're feeling more confident now. Nothing to worry. Nothing to see here. Nothing to worry about. Okay, now there's something to worry about. Jeez. Failed trap trade. I'm gonna have to bet this past too. It's above the 20 MA. Fortunately. It's such a good setup though for a trap. It's like, that's what you want to see. This is how you want to see it. If you do have a trap trade that you want to take, it's the context for me. It makes me feel like we want another push down here, and it's not. It's because we haven't made a second leg down yet on the higher time frames. And now you're sweating because this is not what you want to see, right? You don't want to be in this reversal. If you went long here, this is the last thing you want to see. You're feeling very disappointed now, and you're wondering, why didn't I listen to Panda? Why didn't I listen to Panda? I might be heeding my words here because it might be working out now. Now you're like, I'm glad I didn't listen to Panda. Look at this. I'm gonna make money. Jeez, it's just confusing for me. I'm thinking one more leg down. It makes sense to me on the higher time frames, right? Typically, you don't end just like this. You want one more leg down to make a two-legged move. Then you go back up. Especially with such a strong move like this, it's hard for me to go long against this kind of strong move. And this is why I skipped this trade. And this is why I might have saved myself from losing 300. Yep. So you got stopped out. And that's why I didn't take that trade. Such a nice setup though, man, to go long. Jeez, that's how, you know, it never turns out this way when you want it to. And then when you don't want it to, it does look like this, and then you get stopped out. So frustrating. Just tricky, really tricky. Looking for that new leg down, second leg down here. Yeah, this is a good time to, you know, start a movie, start a TV series, start watching. Just let this nonsense pass by you. Hey, but guess what, pandas? Good news. There is an 80% off Apex code. BBM80, 80% off. Hey, you know, if you're struggling trading, it's okay. Risk-free trading. There you go. 80% off. Lower high setup. Coming off that failed trap. Whoo, confusing. It's confusing to say the least. Man. This trade here, I mean, darn, I don't know. I mean, hard for me to take this trade, to be honest. It's just, I don't know. With hindsight bias, it's easy, but when it looks like this, that's difficult for me. This is too choppy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 overlapping bars. Lower high setup here may lead to a second entry long. Potentially. Jonathan coming with a 200 IQ explanation to Couchstoop. If you're using tick chart, the volume's already part of the candle. The faster it closes, the more volume it has. If using time-based charts, then you should also look at volume, in my opinion. And that is why, if you go to the website, www.twoleggedpullback.com, you can see a time indicator. There's a time indicator on there for free, absolutely for free. Go to free download section and it's there for you. But with that thinking is exactly why we have the time indicator here. This tells you how much time it takes for every candle to finish. And so as it goes lower, you can tell that you see this move down, that how this kept going lower and lower and lower showed you the let's say the momentum or how quickly, right? So here is a time chart. So you can see as the candles, this was an aggressive move down because the candles took quicker and quicker to finish. Trap trade here potentially. Okay, big push up, right? Second entry long. Might look for that new high here, actually. Scalps out. So you can go to the website. That's available for free for you guys. So that's, you know, if you want to know like how much volume there is, you can kind of tell by looking at the time how quick the candles finish. It's not a rate of change. It actually tells you just how long each candle takes to make. That's all it tells you. So those are by seconds. It's a couple seconds for the candles to finish. You can see the strength of this move down because as this moves down, the time indicator kept getting shorter and shorter and shorter. All right, pandas. Looks like we have a dud day today, unfortunately. But the good thing is we recognized the dud day before the dud day dudded us, and so now we're not duds. So, nice. We're ending flat today, unfortunately. I would like to make money, but You can only take what the market gives you, and it's kind of being sloppy. It's being very rude these days, to be honest. It's just rude, straight up. It's being lazy. It's not doing anything. It's just tough to trade, and confusing, and it is what it is. But at least we recognize it before it happens, and before it gets us. So, like even this nonsense here, second entry short fails, that trap fails, that trap fails. You got a triple trap here essentially. Right? You got one trap here, and another trap here. It's just insane. So it is what it is, and that means that you gotta trade safe. You gotta trade safe. You gotta be vigilant, stay focused, and don't get married to premises, and don't get married also to that's why it's difficult, because you're thinking of multiple time frames at one time, and because of that, sometimes it can feed into your analysis in ways that it shouldn't. I gotta get better at that personally, and so that price action, I have a lot in my mind when it comes to every trade, and so let's see. I don't know. Tough days for me. Tough day overall. Feel tilted, and it is what it is. Pandas. Hey, good news is we do have the Air 80% off, and I hope you take advantage of that. Make sure you let your significant other know. Surprise her with a nice 80% off eval. They'll love it. Trust me, they'll love it. They'll fall in love with you all over again. If you're already married, they'll fall in love with you all over again. I'm just kidding, of course. But Pandas, I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow. And yeah, thanks for joining. It's been a pleasure. 9 o'clock for the pre-market show, 9:15 for the mainstream, and hope to see you guys there. That being said, as always, happy trading. God bless. Bye.